I'll watch these. I'm a lot more casual in review weeks.
Oops. Now it says the meeting is started. We just got that already.
Yeah, I just clicked the record button.
Oh, that's what it was.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. So, just really quickly before I forget, I've added there at the bottom of lesson 3 a new worksheet for this week for anyone that just joined or as I'm beginning recording this. So here is the regular worksheet, and then below that in the green is the answer key to that worksheet. Now this has every single possible combination of words, both singular and plural, that can be conjoined together. So there's like 870 some odd possibilities. So I wouldn't necessarily go through, print off all 44 pages and have to go through all of that, but you might maybe print off 1 page per week and get practice doing some of those conjunctions. Also, on the page up near the top, the lesson 3 grammar flashcards, those also have all of the 870 possible combinations in there so that you can study them in a flashcard, or you can actually work through them on this worksheet that I have created here at the bottom. Hopefully that's helpful. You can use it if not.
Ones then?
What was that?
The ones that you made and the ones that are on the flashcards is 2 different ones?
Yeah, so they're all of the same words, just 2 different ways to study it.
No, I mean the ones that you made and the ones that you just showed on the flashcards on 3. It's not the same thing.
So this one, when you flip the flashcard, it is going from Hebrew to English. So that's one way to look at it and try to get some practice. But this one is just getting practice adding in the vav and what it does to the word. So yeah, they're 2 very different exercises, but they're all using the same words.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to put in time and get some handy worksheets and things for practicing. But again, the Aleph with Beth system is based on hearing and speaking first, and then we worry about the grammar later. And so I found it helpful for these first like 3 weeks or first 3 lessons to really kind of dive in a little bit to the grammar, just so that we can somewhat get our bearings. But I think that we'll be kind of taking a little bit different approach in the new year so that it's not quite as challenging. We'll just focus on the hearing and the speaking part instead of so much grammar, at least for a while, because these are pretty intense. But I think that conjunctions are so crucial that we kind of need that foundation before we head into some of the other videos. But with that, let's do our review quizzes. So let's take quiz 1, 2, and 3 and just see how we're doing on those.
Course.
Middle.
Ohel.
And tense.
Bite.
Bite. That's the one. Yeah, the stone one.
Eretz.
It's land.
So is this one plural or singular?
Eretz. Eretz.
Singular, I thought.
Yep. And so it'll be this top middle one.
Kosot. Kosot.
The 2 beakers.
Ohalim. Ohalim.
It's all these tents.
Batim. בתים,
houses.
ארצות,
That's all the lands.
Yeah, so that's the plural one. I know some have a hard time with the singular versus the plural on those.
Uh-huh.
All right, sweet. Let's
Oh, I
do,
did it right.
yeah. Yeah, we got 8 out of 8. All right, so with this one, we're going to be asking, is it Zahar or Nekeva? So
He is Sahar.
Ish Zahar. Isha, Zahar or Nekeva?
Nekeva.
Nekeva. Para, Zahar or Nekeva?
Nekeva.
Nekeva. Par, Zahar or Nekeva?
Sahar.
Zahar. Kos, Zahar or Nekeva?
I think that was Nekeva.
Nekeva. Bait, Zahar or Nekeva?
Sahar.
Zahar. Sometimes I find it very helpful if we're questioning it to put it into the plural. So bait, batim, batim would be Zahar, except for the 2 exceptions, right? So Aez
Yeah.
and Isha would be the exceptions that that would throw you off.
Yeah, there's one right there.
Yep. So Aez, Zahar or Nekeva?
Both.
Nekeva. Ochel, Zahar or Nekeva? Ochel, Ochalim,
Ohalim is Sahar.
Zahar. Eretz. I always have a hard time if the picture is Eretz or Aratzot. But I believe this one is the singular. But Zahar or Nekeva, it'd be the same either way.
Nekeva.
Nekeva. Sus, Zahar or Nekeva?
Sahar.
Zahar. Hamor, Zahar or Nekeva?
And Sahar.
Yeah, that was very helpful, Han, to go into the plural. Hamor, Hamorim, Zahar. Right, great job. I do wish that they had all of the different words in here instead of just practicing these same ones each week, but I'm working on creating another quiz that's kind of like it, that we can have all of them in there. All right, so this one, let me actually change the way that I'm sharing the sound so that it comes through just a little bit better as we do this final one, because I remember this one's kind of quiet.
איש ועזים, איש ועזים,
Ish v'oizim. Ish.
That's the man and the goats.
Yep.
נערה ועז,
Na'ara v'ez.
Yes. Oh,
The-
that's the girl with the sheep.
נערה קטנה וסוס קטון,
Na'ara katana v'sus katon.
A little girl with what was the last? Katon.
V'sus
Something
katon.
small. A small horse.
נער וחמור,
Nar.
That's the boy on the donkey.
איש ובית, בית ואיש.
And so they do both versions there because it can change depending on which order you have those in. So yeah,
And in the house.
yep.
נער וגמל,
Ar v'gamal.
With the camel. So it has to be the one in the middle one. I can't see it very well. It looks like a boy. The boy.
Yep, he's having a lot of fun. נער וגמל,
אישה ואוהל.
אישה ואוכל.
That's with the tent. So there's a man
סוס
by the
קטון
tent.
וסוס גדול.
Yeah, sometimes it dives right in. Sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. As I click on one, sometimes it goes really quick.
The big and the small horse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
סוס קטון וסוס גדול.
נערה וכוס, כוס ונערה.
נערה וחוס.
The girl with the cup.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
איש
somebody else.
וכבש. כבש ואיש.
איש וכבש, כבש ואיש.
Man with sheep.
איש וכבשים.
איש וכבשים.
Left on the down. Yeah, that one.
פרה גדולה ופרה קטנה.
פרה גדולה ופרה קטנה.
A big cow and a small cow.
נערה וסוס.
נערה וסוס.
The
The-
girl on the horse.
Up.
עז גדולה ועזים קטנות.
That one was too fast. My brain was in it.
עז גדולה ועזים קטנות.
Oh.
Bottom.
The goats.
Yep. All right, so we've got those ones. And it's been a while since we've done the lesson 2 quiz, so let's do that really quick.
Did your mom join?
Yep, yeah, she's on here now.
Yes, I heard another voice.
Yeah, and
there she is.
Fernanda was responding as well.
Oh, good.
All right.
And a little bit lonely.
Yep, when we started off, it was just a couple of us.
No worries. We're here already. Don't worry.
All right.
גמלים.
Ooh, that was really quiet. Gamalim,
The cup.
גמל.
gamal. This one's almost too easy now, isn't it?
Yeah.
This quiz. Now that we've got our conjunctions.
נשים.
Nashim,
Girls, ladies.
נערה.
Nara,
Man.
נער.
Nar,
The boy. Or
אנשים.
Anashim,
That's the man. Or the boy.
נערות.
Narot,
the girls.
סוסים.
Susim,
Horses.
פרות.
Parot,
That's the cows.
נערים.
Narim,
The boys.
כבשים.
Kevasim,
That's sheep.
עזים.
Oizim.
Down left.
Has anyone perfected how to pronounce that? That's probably one of the hardest ones for me to pronounce. Oizim,
פרים.
Parim,
The bulls.
חמורים.
Hamorim.
Donkey.
Donkeys.
Yeah.
Oh, we did it good together.
Yeah.
I made
עזים
mistakes about
קטנות.
4 of them.
עזים קטנות.
Little something.
The little oizim katanot. So we've
Yeah.
got these goats up here in the middle.
כבשים קטנים מאוד. כבשים קטנים מאוד.
Sheep.
חמורים קטנים.
Donkeys.
חמורים קטנים.
The little donkeys.
כבשים גדולים. כבשים גדולים.
The big lamb sheep.
Yeah, these ones are kind of tricky just because there's so much to look at. You have to pay attention where her finger's at in each of the pictures.
But she
חמורים
has 3 fingers
גדולים.
in.
Uh-huh, yeah.
That's donkeys.
חמורים
Alright.
גדולים.
The
Big
dunk.
donkeys.
Whoops.
No.
I thought my
Those are
mouse was over
donkeys.
here.
סוסים קטנים.
Little
סוסים
horses.
קטנים. גמלים קטנים.
Little camels.
סוסים
Very good.
גדולים. סוסים גדולים. עיזים גדולות. עיזים
Oh,
גדולות.
big cat.
Yeah, we got one wrong because I got trigger happy. But yeah, anyway, I love going through the quizzes. I wish they had them all the way clear up to the 100, but these are super.
not hard.
Yep, yep. So let's go ahead and read some of the lesson script for lesson number 3 so that we can get some practice sight reading. All right, so again, this is lesson 3, and we're just kind of sight reading some lines here. Do I have a volunteer to read this first line? What does that say?
Well, the first word is easy.
Yep. Yeah, hopefully we've got that one on our flashcards and that we're memorizing it. Shalom.
Shalom, ani, bet.
Yep. Shalom anibet. All right. And what does this say?
Le, maele, ele, sus.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Ma ele sus. So how do we translate this into English?
What is this? This is horse. A horse.
Yeah, because there's that implied article there, huh? Yeah.
They
what
need
is
to
this?
work out.
This is
It has but this horse.
Mhm.
That's
I
confusing.
need to extend it to the whole line here. This is horse and how
More. And donkey.
Yep, yep. All right. Ma elle keves va'isha. So how do we pronounce this conjunction versus this conjunction? How is this first?
Va'isha. The first one is va sound and the other one is sha.
Mhm. This one is a longer vowel here, right? We've got va hamor, and this one is v isha. Va hamor, the isha. And so the shava, the double vertical dots underneath of the vav, shorten it quite a bit. So it's just the simplest sound that we can make with the vav. Ma ele I the nara. nara v'ish. And so what are we talking about here? What are the two nouns?
The boys. Boy.
But this one is nara.
That's a boy, isn't it?
Nope, this one's a girl.
Oh, I always get it mixed up.
Yep. So a boy is naar.
Oh, with
And-
at the end is a girl.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and so nara with the patach and the hey make it feminine. Naar, nara. So girl and man, man and girl. Yeah. Ma elle. Elle.
Para. Para.
Mhm. Para.
uh,
Vais.
Beijs. Oh ja. Beijs. Vara.
Mhm. Yeah. So when we have
Then it's from a P to a V sound and from a V to a U sound.
Yep. Yeah. So we've got V and U, and we've got P and F. So ele, para, vez, es, u fará. So it just matters in what order. So whatever the conjunction is joining up with is what is getting affected. So it's because it starts off with one of the beged kefets, right? So the beged kefets, bet, gimel, dalet, kaf, fe, tav. So any one of those, if the vav is joined in front of it, it's going to rob the plosive sound, the dagesh, and it will itself change into an u.
Your mom is good in that one.
Yeah. All right. Gamal,
Well,
ufar,
bar,
bar,
Bar.
ugamal. So we see that the second one here, it should have a plosive gimel, but it turns into a fricative gimel because the vav still.
that disappeared. Did I guess? Disappeared.
Yep.
I'll never get that straight.
It's pretty tricky.
Oh.
Na'ar, v'na'ara, na'ara, v'nar. So this one is the girls, or the girl and boy. Anasim, v'susim.
Anashim. Susi.
I thought I thought they put it reversed as well, but anashim v'susim.
Anashim. Susi. Rim.
Parim ufarot. Parot ufarim. So we've got cows and bulls here, right? And so that vav is changing the first letter. And so it takes its dot and changes itself into an u. Parim ufarot, parot ufarim. All right, let's skip down to some of these. All right, who can translate that into English? What does this say?
Zot. Zat, zat. Horse.
Yeah. What is this? Mazot. Zot. So what's the what do we know about the noun that's going to follow this? We know that it's going to be feminine or nikeva because it ends in zot, right? If it was masculine, what would this say instead?
Im.
Ze, maze. So we have maze and mazot. So when we have mazot, zot,
It's
kos.
Gas is feminine.
Then we have a couple different sizes here. Kos, godola, kos, katana.
Cup, big. Big cup and horse.
Oh, and we've got an adjective here. So kos, katana, meod.
Male. Yeah. A very small cup.
Yep,
So a big cup and a very small cup.
yep, perfect.
So,
Mhm.
so cup is
Feminine.
feminine.
Uh-huh, yep.
I just learned that.
Yep, in that in this video, we have 3 new words. We have kos, bait, eretz. Well, I guess I'm not highlighting these properly because those were not the ones, but down here, well, those aren't even the full words either. But in lesson 3, I think we actually have 4 words, right? Yeah, we have kos, bait, ochel, and eretz.
Oh yeah.
So we have 4 different words there. So kos, zahar or nekeva. It is nekeva. It's feminine. Bait, is it zahar or nekeva?
Zahar.
Bait is zahar. And ochel, zahar or nekeva?
Halim.
Ochalim,
It's Zahar.
zahar. And then eretz, the plural would be aratzot. So it'd be feminine. So we have 2 masculine, 2 feminine words this week. And if we're reading the lesson scripts, it's cheating for us. It highlights it in red for feminine and blue for masculine.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. And then they'll do green
No.
for ones that are both. So like gamal is in green and it'll be either or.
Oh yeah. So we have red, blue, and green.
Uh-huh. Yep, those are the standard ones that they use for masculine and feminine while we're learning the different genders there.
Oh.
All right. So we've got maze, ze being masculine, right? Ze bait. Bait katon. Bait gadol. And so who can translate this question and answer for me?
Say, ish, how? No, yeah. Hell. Oh, that tent.
Uh-huh.
What is this? This is a tent.
Yeah, so
Right.
this, it is the tent, yes. And so one thing is that it's the O. The vowel for this one is this dot above. So it's going to be ochel.
Okay.
Ochel.
The only way I can remember that is oh hell. It's not a house.
Uh-huh. Yep, we don't want to live in a tent.
And not in this weather, no.
Yep. All right. Mazot, zot, eretz. Eretz.
It's your mom's turn.
Yep. And so does anyone remember what's missing from this? If we were, when we were doing like our practices and drills, what mark should that word have that it doesn't have in this lesson script?
A vowel?
No. So just the plain word, even though we're not doing like a conjunction or anything. But eretz is one of the exceptions to the grammar rule of syllables. And so if we were pronouncing this without the exception, we would pronounce it as eretz. We would put the emphasis on the resh, the second to last syllable. But eretz is one of the exceptions, and so it really should have one of those stress marks up above it. But obviously in the lesson scripts, they're not putting any of the stresses in there because those are just kind of handy things, training wheels that we use as we're learning. But eretz is one of the exceptions, and the stress is on the first syllable. Eretz. Zot eretz. And then what is this word?
Israel. Ha, Israel.
Israel. Yi, Yis, Ra, Elo. Israel. Zot eretz Israel. And then what is this word?
Or.
Oh.
Or.
Yeah. So or, it's just pronounced as a O. Eretz. And what is this word?
Canaan. Yeah, Canaan.
Canaan. Canaan. Or in English, we would say Canaan.
Oh, in Dutch is Canaan.
Canaan.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm blanking what it even is it in Spanish. Canaan, no? Eretz Israel or Eretz Canaan?
Canaan in Spanish. Canaan.
Canaan. Okay, so that one doesn't change too much. Sometimes my brain just misfires when I'm learning Hebrew and Spanish and English.
I know all about it. It's so confused.
See. Now let's do a couple of these lines here. Okay, so what does this say? Keves Zahar. So what is Zahar? It means masculine.
Masculine.
So how would we translate this into English? Hakeves Zahar.
Oh, the sheep, masculine.
Yep. And so ha means the sheep, and then there's an implied is Zahar, which means masculine. The sheep is masculine. Let's do this one. Hakos nikeva. Hakos nikeva. So what does that translate into?
The cups for feminine.
So it's just singular. The cup is feminine.
Oh, yeah.
And so if we wanted to put it into plural, how would we do that?
So,
Hakosot
so,
nikeva.
are we ever gonna get it?
Yeah. You guys are doing amazing. All right. What is this one?
So it's pink instead of red.
Yep, it's a trick question.
Reds. Reds.
Mhm. Haaretz nikeva.
Oh,
So-
the sheep.
No, this one changes. This is that same word that I was asking about up above, that what's missing was that accent above it. So
Uh-huh.
edits,
Oh, lands.
so land is edits, but notice what's different here. When we add the article in front of it, it changes from a to an a.
Oh,
So edits just by itself, edits Israel, but when we put a conjunction or a vav in front of it, it's going to be aretz. Haaretz nikeva.
and is feminine.
Yep, nikeva, feminine. And so we have red for the actual people, and then we have a pink for the feminine things that really shouldn't have a gender but do. That's probably the wrong way to phrase that, but whatever. Yeah, let's just take a look because these are some fun words here.
Now we
Okay,
have purple.
what was that?
Now we have purple.
Yep, now we got some purple in here. All right, so what is this word?
Lim, Kamalim.
Gamalim,
Bayit, house.
bite.
Camels, and
Mhm.
house. Team, batim. Oh, and houses.
Batim, houses.
Oh, help.
Ohel.
I can't get used to that word. We're
Yeah.
not supposed to say that. So tent and lim.
Ohalim.
Tent.
Yep. So notice the difference between the vowels here. So when it's just by itself, ohel,
Yeah.
and then when we've got this one, ohalim, ohel, ohal, hel, hal. And again, that's more in the advanced grammar stages, but just kind of noticing, getting used to being able to sight read so that we're not just picking whatever vowels, that we're sounding those out properly is the only reason that I pointed out. All right. Let's do these. Naara. Naarot. Nara. Naarot.
Girls.
Naarot.
Is
Ba-
anyone else trying this? Come on, you guys. Help.
Yep. Para. Parot.
Oh no, that's a cow. Sorry. Cos. So
Kosot. Kosot. Oh, this is good. These are side by side. Eretz. Aratzot. So both of the vowels change on this one. Eretz. Aratzot.
that's not fair.
I quit.
Those are very difficult ones. Again, those are the advanced grammar. The important part is to try to sound them out and try to get the right consonant and vowel sounds. But memorizing when things change, that's a later task for us.
It must be very much later because I'm not getting
Yep. Yeah. Like technically we're still just little babies hearing all of these words and trying to somewhat make sense of them. So we're doing great. Isha, Nikeva.
But she better be.
Actually, let's yeah, I guess we'll just go right there. Okay, so we've got Isha, Nikeva, and then what is this one?
Ice.
Is Nikeva. So it's saying that woman is feminine and goat is feminine. So what does that say?
Lama.
Mm-hmm. La ma ze.
Say.
Lama ze nashim. Rizim. So what is this question here? What is that saying?
Something
Lama
is
ze nashim rizim.
Forgot was lama means.
Yeah, this one's tricky. We haven't learned this grammar principle yet, the la. But maze, we've heard that one before, right? So
Yeah,
what is this? Nashim rizim. So if let's see, not na'ara, nashim, anashim. What did it? Isha. If Isha is nikeva and goat is nikeva, why, when we pluralize them, we make them masculine? And so it's asking, why is it? And then comes the response.
Then she doesn't know.
Yep.
That's what it meant.
We have no idea. But let's try sight reading these two words here and see how to pronounce them.
It's a freak.
Yeah. So what sound does sere make?
Eh,
A, ne,
eh,
ni,
ni,
ne, ni, eneni,
and nanny,
eneni. And then we've
Ene.
got yo,
Yoda,
ah,
Yoda,
yo,
Here
da.
it says right here, I don't know, right?
Yep. Yeah. So this whole thing here says, I
And
don't
that's
know.
the sentence you wanted us to learn, so we can always use it.
Yeah. So if in class I ask you a question, you could respond with this. And then you that.
My favorite.
Yep. E, ne, ni, enen,
Ne-
yo that. And then
yo-
yo that means I have no idea. And then yo that. And then here is
no, I-
our fun one. So ka, ha, Eve, ri.
Kacha. Isn't that a harsh sound? Kacha.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So we've got the plosive and the fricative. So we've got ka, ha, kacha, ivrit. Kacha, ivrit.
That's Hebrew.
It says that is Hebrew, or that's just the way Hebrew works. There's not really a great translation into English. It just means it's just how it is.
Yeah.
So, aneni
There's
yodat
no question in it.
kacha ivrit. Aneni yodat kacha ivrit. So, ivrit is how you say Hebrew in Hebrew. Ivrit. So eventually we'll be able to say, we speak Hebrew. Ivrit. And then yodat.
Well, it's all good.
Yeah. All right. So just
Others do better than I do, because I'm not doing too well here.
it's very difficult. And we're doing excellent, really. A lot of people have already not like in our group, but by lesson 3, a lot of people just drop off because they think that they can't get it. So we're doing great. It's just we got to put some time in and practice, but it's important to feel frustrated and to push through that frustration, because that's how language works. It's going to be difficult. We may not be masters anytime really soon, but
You
it-
say so.
it's coming. All right. So, just as our bedtime story before we head off for the day, pretending like it's Laila Tov. So we're sight reading this book, and this book is called Sefer HaMisparim Shel Naftali. Shalom, Shmi Naftali. Ani Yeled. ילד אחד. הנה אני בחדר שלי. אנחנו שניים. הנה אני, חדר שלי. ואימא שלי, אנחנו שלושה. הנה אני, חדר שלי. אימא שלי וכחתול של אימא שלי. אנחנו 4. הנה אני, חדר שלי. אימא שלי, כחתול של אימא שלי, ואבא שלי. אנחנו 5. So hopefully that's getting a little bit more imprinted each week. I encourage you to go on to the Learning Zion on lesson 3 there. I've got those slides. Practice sound or sight reading each of those, getting their pronunciation down, being able to kind of read those, and just practicing that little bedtime story. As soon as we hit into January, we'll push past number 5 and go through all 10. But yeah, are there any questions? Oh, somebody, Stacy was saying that her connection kept lagging out. Hopefully it hasn't stalled out too much for everyone else, but is there any other questions before we head out today? So we've got next week is a skip week. And then we'll be on December 19th. Is going to be our next class. And that'll be our last one for the year, I think. Right? I think so.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard keeping track of everything. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to keep getting some different worksheets. Hopefully during the break and things, I'll be able to kind of crank those out. I am creating a new website for the Aleph with Beth people, so that they can have a companion site that has like lesson plans and things on them. But I'll hopefully have that by the first part of the year, which will kind of introduce our new schedule, because we're going to go through their slowest version of their language model. We'll try to do that one and kind of practice it and see how that goes. But again, don't worry, because we'll take it slow enough. If we need to slow down a little bit, we'll definitely do that. But yeah. All right. Well, have a excellent week, everyone, as we're heading into December. I know it can get really crazy, but yeah. All right. Well, shalom. Have a great week, everyone.
Shalom.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.